Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? I am Michael Gibbons, otherwise known as Gibbs. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be reading a book. I actually got a lot of books that I'm going to be reading upcoming, all sports related. The first one is going to be the Jeff Pearlman, Walter Payton book, Sweetness, that takes a little bit of, it's a biography. It is not a sugar-coated biography. It is more real life. It is some deep, dark stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff in there as well. All the negative stuff is what got its attention early on. I originally didn't want to read the book. I had no interest in reading it because Walter Payton is one of the Chicago icons. He is one of, by far, my favorite players. I was so young when he played for the Bears. I was born in '81. He was retired before I ever even thought of picking up a basketball or a football or anything. So it's gonna be interesting to read. I'm going in kind of taking everything negative with a grain of salt. I know Connie and Jared and his sister, Walter's whole family have come out and said not everything is true, and I'm interested to see who said what and why are these guys coming out of the woodwork now. I know the author Jeff Pearlman came out and said he didn't write this to come out to ruin Walter's reputation. He, after writing books about the Bash Brothers, Canseco McGuire and Clemens and some other books that he knew going in were a negative story. He actually wanted to write something about someone positive, and he says that this negative stuff just kind of came up. Whether it's drugs, adjusting to life outside of football, the mistress, I want to read about all the stuff that we didn't hear, but we've all heard little stories about that, like him talking to some sick kid on a plane, or just talking football with some college kid on a trip, or all the charity work. I'm interested to read about who he really was playing career, outside of his playing career, his last few years where he was very sick and wasn't showing it, but everyone, saw him wasting away. The negative stuff bothers me going in just because he's dead. And he's dead 13 years. And why dig up things that he can't come back to defend? A lot of people compared it to Jordan, and we all heard things about Jordan with the mistress and the gambling and the drinking and any other thing you've heard about Jordan. Well, he's here. It didn't tarnish his reputation because he's still around. And like I said, it really didn't tarnish his situation because he's still here and he was still winning championships, and he is around to make you forget about maybe the bad things he did. Where Walter kind of had this immaculate reputation, I guess you could say. Where he no one's ever perfect, but he seemed to be perfect. Jared's about my age. Jared went to St. Viator. I went to Fenwick. We were Chicago Catholic League. I remember seeing Walter on the sideline of games. He adjusted well. It seemed like he did. So it's going to be interesting to read. Like I said, I didn't really want to read it first, but I got the book, so I'm going to read it. I am very appreciative of Jeff Pearlman, the author, and the publishers for sending me a copy to read, give my review on, and I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do these video reviews maybe randomly, maybe every 100 pages. I'm not sure. Maybe whatever it just kind of motivates me. And then at the end, I'm going to give a full review of the book. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not sure I'm just not sure. I've stayed away from all the other reviews and everything since the book has come out. I've been avoiding them because I wanted to form my own opinion on everything. So I didn't read anything about what someone said is true and what someone said is false or any of that stuff. Just go in, see what happens. But like I said, I'm going to take everything with kind of a grain of salt. Obviously, the good we know about. We've heard other stories about those little good things, but I'm sure there's stories that we haven't heard, but it's still kind of the same. So that's it. Look for me, theChicagoFan.com, theChicagoFan on Twitter. Check out me on my radio show, The MG Experience. Every Monday, I break down the Bears. Every Friday, I break down the Chicago Blackhawks. And every now and then, I do a weekly show on Tuesdays, breaking down whatever I kind of want to talk about. October 25th, I'm going to have a show looking at the NFC East, how they're doing, because I broke them down before the season with a couple writers, so I'm going to bring all 4 guys back. And I'm also going to be having friend of the show, Chris Cluey, Minnesota Vikings punter. We're going to talk about his band Tripping Icarus and the CD coming out, how the season's going with them moving over to Christian Ponder now, and a couple other things. He's a fun guy, video games, whatnot. I'll see if he got the new Arkham Asylum or any fun video games yet, or maybe what's on his Christmas list. What should be on Chris Cooley's Christmas list? Yeah, that's about it. So look forward to my reviews on Sweetness. They're coming. Let's see, real quick. It's got a whole chapter breakdown at the end. So, and then we got the acknowledgments afterward. So let's see. It's straight up 423 pages, and then after 430 acknowledgments, we get to 435. And then we got all the chapter notes and everything, and all that fun stuff that comes with autobiographies and. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Jeff uncovered, and yeah, probably about 100 pages or so, or maybe once a week, whatever I'm doing. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.